Hi everyone. It's really sad, but whenever there's some event in the world and people die, it affects the markets. Or so many little things. Somebody says a word and it affects the market. There's some, invasion, it affects the market. Of course, that's the way it is. But anyway, gold is up $20 in just the past few hours. And silver is also up, and I just want to show you about palladium. Palladium is way up, and about a month ago I bought an ounce of palladium, Russian palladium, for $808, something like that, and it's gone up quite a bit. But that does have something to do with Russia. And regarding the silver fix, it's going to end August 14th, so a lot of historic things are happening this year. It's unprecedented things are happening this year. For example, weather patterns. It's been the coldest it's ever been in 100 years. It's been the hottest it's ever been in 100 years. World War I started 100 years ago. The silver price fixing will end after 100 years, and they've decided who is going to set the silver fix. So just go to Bloomberg here, which is what I looked at already, and it's quite fascinating. Well, it's going to be electronic fixing now by this organization. I don't know who it is. CME Thomson Reuters to run replacement for silver fixing. So that should be interesting, and no one really knows where that will go, although the IMF probably knows. Anyway, these different companies tried to capture this. They bid to do this, and then Thomson Reuters Corporation got it. So they will run the 117-year-old silver fixing benchmark that's ending in August. Testing is set for early August, with the new mechanism to go live on August 15th. The London Bullion Market Association said. So this should be really interesting. Is it going to shoot up and go to $150 an ounce? Because some people say that is where it should be, and it's artificially suppressed right now. It is so low. In fact, I was kind of crazy about silver for a while, and I bought a lot in the 30s, even at $44 an ounce. So imagine, it's now $20 an ounce, $21 an ounce. So if I had to cash it in, which I think I might have to do that pretty soon, lose about half or more. It's tragic. I hope it goes up. Anyway, so these are the companies that also competed, but they didn't get it. Mining companies to central banks use fixings. Okay, mining companies to central banks. China Bank has invested in silver. Banks are investing in silver, and so are investors, like individual investors like George Soros. I don't know about the other guy that's so famous. I don't know if he invested in silver or not, but usually they're putting it down, but then they invest in it and they don't tell you. The phone-based ritual for silver that takes place each day at noon will end August 14th as Deutsche Bank AG's exit from the process as it scales back its commodities business, which leaves just two banks to set prices. Precious metals are getting more attention from regulators after price rigging in everything from interbank lending rates to currencies led to fines and overhauled financial benchmarks. So there are some experts who have testified in court um, about this price rigging and manipulation, and everybody's always saying you have to have nerves of steel to get into investing in precious metals because the price fluctuates so much. You just have to ignore it if you do it. But why not? Because it could be good to have on hand, and because it's valuable and useful. Much better than dollars. You could get a barrel full of dollars though, and maybe have a bonfire for a short while if everything crashes. Okay, with the imminent demise of the silver fix, in mid-August it was imperative that the market found a new mechanism to replace it, said Nick Brown, head of commodities research at Natixis SA in London. If the new silver fix is seen as a clear success, then that might encourage calls for it to be used as a blueprint for a new gold fix. Okay, so you've heard what some people have said gold could go to. Right now it's 1,320. A couple years ago it was 1,900, almost reached the $2,000 mark, and some people are just saying it could go out of this world, like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, which is something that rhodium did at one time. Rhodium went, well, this is just fascinating when you think about these markets, if you're not involved in them or you're not aware of them, to think that 1 ounce of rhodium, well, I'm not going to stay here too long because unless you're interested in this kind of thing, it could be boring, global circulation. Well, it is kind of interesting. Let's see. 5 trillion of silver circulated globally last year. Silver prices climbed 10% this year to 21. It's still so low. This is so incredibly low. You just don't know. It's gone to $50 an ounce twice in time. It's gone to $20 an ounce, and silver was used in biblical times all throughout history. And yes, of course, if you quote the verse from the Bible, they'll be throwing their gold and silver into the streets, that's because people aren't grounded in their faith and have their soul already saved. Some people are counting on their wealth to save them, and it won't. So realize that. Everybody, when you have a close relationship with your Creator, your Maker, and you understand the power of Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit, and that's where your true love is, and you want to be with God and have that practicing the presence of God at all times, all these things are meaningless. Even your own family and the people you love, you will still choose and put God first. It's just the way it is. So don't worry about having it. It's wrong to think that, in my opinion. That's just not wise to always be saying that, because you'll be throwing your dollar bills in the street too when it comes down to it. You'll be throwing everything in the street. You won't care about anything. All your bartering items like toilet paper and cans of beans won't mean anything. The only thing you'll want, the only thing people will want is for God to come and rescue them. Okay, now I want to show you this. See, there's some other good articles here too, like the Wall Street Journal. Go back. Go to news. Anyway, there was a Wall Street Journal article. Oh, here it is. Sorry, right there. That's what I was trying to show you. The Wall Street Journal. You can read that one. So you just type in the silver fixing ends or the silver fix and look at the images here for silver. Look, rest in peace, silver price fix, 1897 to 2014. Can I just give you my opinion? Silver is at a very low price right now, and it could be a good idea to go and get some, just a little, because you want to protect your wealth. If they bring the dollar down really, and prices and inflation and all this, I don't know, pray about it. Ask yourselves and the Holy Spirit that lives in you what you should do, if you should keep money in the bank or not. Because this is God's stuff. It's not man's stuff. It came from the earth. I know it's destroying the earth, but everything is. So think about it. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching, and God bless all of you.